Good morning. Well, as you know, I spend each morning reading a bit of scripture called a pericope. That's a part of the Bible with a kind of a title over the top. Somebody said once, well, that's not really, that's like a human thing we've added afterwards. I understand that, but it still is handy. Sometimes the arbitrary nature of these sections are puzzling, but that's okay. I'm along for the ride. Anyway, I'm in Deuteronomy, and it's got this piece of like, well, if you have two wives and you like your second wife better than the first wife, and the first wife gets your first son, who gets the double portion? Well, you give it to the first son, and it's just like, well, what does this in the world have to do with my life? I got one life. I've got one wife and one life. And why am I reading this section, and what am I supposed to get out of it? But though, we do often have two wives, two lives, two husbands, two lives. Time moves on, and perhaps a spouse dies. And then you meet somebody, and then you're trying to get your family to like this other person. And this other person is not like your dad or your mom. Loneliness is going to crush people. You do not want to be lonely if you can help it. If your spouse dies or, leaves you for whatever reason, and you're alone, your family, your kids have moved up and out, and they are living their own lives. And, they can't really fill the long days and longer nights. If you are just weighed down by that loneliness, and you find somebody that adds another dimension, another chapter to your life, well, that happens. And good for you. But if I could maybe extrapolate on this section of Deuteronomy, is that your family's business? Your kids' business? I mean, is it suddenly your responsibility to drag along this new person to every family function? Well, I would say no, right? Because it's not their mom, it's not their dad. If they open the door, and if they're super welcoming, and if this new person is really great, and if their dad or their mom really wasn't that great, well, maybe, but that doesn't happen very often. And usually what it is this kind of awkward thing, like, mom's bringing Al, or dad's bringing Stella. Right? Dad, why do you need to bring Stella? I mean, you have your relationship with her. Just spend time with her. And then when it comes time for family functions, you say, well, Stella, I'll be back in a couple of days, and I'll go see the kids. And Stella likewise will say, well, Al, it's my grandkid's birthday. I'll see you later. Now, you're not hiding this relationship. And the kids might be, polite, well, how's Al? They're just doing that to be polite, most likely. They don't want you to go on and on about how much he's so much better than your old husband. I mean, they don't need that. That's not where their loyalties lie, right? And you don't want to cause that division. It's okay to be lonely. It's okay to find another person. And it's okay to not have that person in every facet of your life, including the old life. Every once in a while you'll see a couple that, survive, and they have their 70th wedding anniversary, or 75 years, and they die one right after the other. And that's the storybook ending, but that's not really reality. Anyway, when I read that scripture today, it gave me a possible solution to a knotty problem of loneliness in relationships. If that makes any difference to you, reach out to me in the comments. Maybe share this to a family member if it helps you. I got a lot of stuff to do today. I'm sure you do as well. I like to start the days with you. It gives me a sense of, companionship, even though we seldom meet. We could meet. We do have a coffee clatch. I'll get you information on that if you're interested. Go to my website, ilikethatstory.com, and sign up. Here is another video for you YouTube subscribers. Boop! And you please do have a great day. God bless.